This weather report brought to you by Caloundra Marine for all your boating adventures.
Good evening, Livio, Regano. Tonight's weather. Showers have been falling fairly consistently across the Sunshine Coast over the past 2 days, and we're expecting them to keep rolling in for another 24 hours before a hot wind from the west dries everything up on Sunday, Monday. In our rain gauges overnight, Mullaney had the highest fall of 57 millimetres, Beerwah scored 56 mils, Landsborough 40 and Nambour 19. A quick sample of today's temperatures, all in the high 20s thanks to cloud. You'd expect them to be around 30 on a sunny day. A warm night though. Now let's look at the satellite loop. The North Queensland rain is still there, but it's starting to wind up now, not as heavy, and they've basically cancelled all the warnings. But you can see there's a massive band of cloud that straddles the entire eastern seaboard of Queensland, and it goes all the way west to the Great Dividing Range, and it includes us, though most of the rain coming from that cloud band is north of about Rockhampton. Some of it's affecting us, as you've been seeing with these showers, but they're not really accumulating the huge totals, or anywhere near that we're seeing in North Queensland. On today's chart, we've got a monsoon trough. I'll just briefly mention it because it will affect us in a couple of days. There's a low just off the coast near Cairns that's formed along the trough. And, of course, around here we've still got that sort of dip in the isobars that we've produced as a dotted line there, which has just accentuated the uplift. We've got some cold air on top of us. Normally a southeast wind just gives us 1 or 2 light showers, but it's increased it because of this influence. Now, on tomorrow's chart, watch that low in the tropics. It starts rolling down the Queensland coast like a medicine ball. It'll start dragging the northern drain down a bit further south. Then on the outlook chart, it winds up all the way off the northern New South Wales coast, and the clockwise winds means that we'll get a westerly, a very unusual hot wind for this time of year, which will clear out all the showers. So now the latest from the Weather Bureau. The boating forecast for Sunshine Coast waters south to southeasterlies, no more than 20 knots tomorrow, but on a 2.5 metres swell. Winds then turning west-southwesterly on Sunday. Can you believe it? And then east-northeasterly winds on Monday. Tomorrow's dead on half moon, or first quarter between new and full moon. It means our early afternoon high tide's just a baby with only weak currents through the morning. The southeast coast district, a cloudy day with 60% chance of showers, and prepare for a possible storm. Maroochydore 21 to 27 degrees, Nambour 26 and Gympie 27. Looking ahead now for Maroochydore, next week starts off with a brief period of hot, dry westerlies, very unusual for this time of year. Around midweek it cools down again and the showers return. Might leave the photos until next week, folks. Too much weather at the moment to be spending time on aesthetics. Next week should be a little quieter, unless, of course, we start breaking high temperature records inland. Catch you soon. Have a nice weekend. Now it's over to Robbie Sherwell with the Surf Report.
Thank you, Livio. Looks like there's definitely going to be a few ways we're surfing over the weekend, but unfortunately we do have low tide between 7 and 8 a.m. both days. We are expecting onshores tomorrow morning, though. The forecast is for easterly winds up around that 10-knot mark before they do swing southerly just after lunch, and they strengthen right up to around that 18-knot mark through the evening. And then we got sou'westers come through Sunday morning, still up around that 15-knot plus mark. Now, tomorrow, places we're checking for a wave with a solid 1 to 1.2 metres of swell, sticking at about 10-second intervals. It's definitely going to be worth checking southern corner of Alexandra Bay, Coolum and the Bays, Maroochydore, Alex, the Bluff, Point Cartwright, and on the southern end down around Moffats and Dickey Beach. On Sunday, with the sou'wester coming through, then it's going to be worth checking the beach breaks like Maroochydore, Curramundi through to Watala, also Coolum through to Stumers. The point breaks will still have a few ways. As far as swimming goes, looks like we could have a bit of rain over the weekend, but all beaches should be open. There's some very big inshore gutters with strong rips. Please stay safe and only swim in patrolled areas. I hope you have a wonderful weekend across the coast beaches. Now it's back to you, Rob.
And Robbie, thank you, mate. Looked like Wayne Bennett there for a moment, didn't he? All righty, we'll talk about that later. You have a nice weekend, and we'll catch you back on Monday night from the team. Good night.
Tonight in 7 News, a woman and a toddler